Hello, my jellyfitters. My name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 27th of, I did the 26th already, right? Of November 2025. What will we find in the dungeons of doom? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. What am I thinking about? I'm not thinking about much. I'm thinking about my novel tonight is The Day the Clocks Change, which means it's National Drunken Writing Night. So I think that today I might work on one of the novels in my head. Um, since it's been a while. Let's see. What sort of novel should I write? I should probably try to write some things in the sort of fake Conan novel. So, the general idea I have for the fake Conan novel is to follow a grain merchant in um medieval Europe-ish, fake medieval Europe, because it'll be a fantasy novel. And we'll have one character be a dark barbarian. Maybe it doesn't have to be dark. He could be a light barbarian. Um, that dark is not essential to a plot. It's just supposed to be somebody who would, to the other people in the novel, be somewhat exotic. That's mostly what he's there for. And I am still immune to fire, so fairly luckily, since I found that on the previous level, and I found that fire trap so early on, um, I was lucky enough to be able to utilize it for once. Right? Well, that's not true. I utilize the fire ones often, but the fire immunity one fairly often. We did a trick where monkey stole my plate armor, um, which is perfectly fine. That's part of the reason to carry it. The monkey stole some of my identification. Strength, good. So now I have the right strength for the spear. Not a good likelihood. Good enough though. Not getting a great feeling about the sphere. I think the sphere is crap. So the general idea would be to have this grain merchant who sort of meets up with, crosses paths with, I guess, is the way to think about it. There we go. The Dark Barbarian and some other interesting person, I think, like some sort of trickster figure. And as those other two have this sort of intertwined kind of fate uh, story, they keep coming back to somehow meet with the grain merchant who's just piddling along trying to buy and sell. Um, Mostly buy, right? Because his first part is acquire the crap, and the second part is sell it. So he sells it in the big city at the end of the journey. So he is trying to get to the big city, and eventually the other two will want to get there too. It's just that um, they want to get somewhere else in between, right? And that's going to be like the Baron's castle. What Baron? I don't know. Some Baron. Doesn't need to be any particular Baron, right? It's not really Europe, right? So it's got that fantasy. We'll take medieval Europe with pagan gods sort of idea. That for some reason we like. I don't know why we like that. Why do we like that combination? It's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, medieval Europe is a very Christian place, you know? And for some reason, we want to look at medieval Europe as if it's pagan. What is the rationale for that? I doubt there's a rationale. What is the psychological reason for that? Right? I don't think anybody said let's have think anybody decided that was a reasonable idea. Just out of thin air. I think they had that idea. That idea got implanted by seeing um, tunneling called N. Um, the home of Butcher called E. The scroll of scabs and scares. Okay, so let's throw E over here. Let's throw E over here. Let's throw N over here. Let's remove J and remove B. J, quick B. It's very plus zero banded mail. I have the tunneling. It's going to come this way. Let's see. It's another good potion. Levitation speed. Okay. Possibilities. Vampire bats. I am screwed. Crap. I cannot survive these guys. If I'd gotten that one first, maybe I could have. Oh, and those plus three split. Now I do two. Maybe if I'd found that earlier, I would have been fine. Although I didn't really have any great stuff for me, right? Okay, the end. We're going to blame my wife, of course, for the vampire.